South Africans inherently are not against people from other nations. We are one people. We have always been one people. And of course, we've got to also pay heed.
So the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has reacted barely 12 hours after the Nigerian Senate threatened to take actions against South Africans on xenophobic attack on Nigerians in South Africa.
Breaking news Africa. Today, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president, had made it clear that South Africa is not against any other African country, that we are all one people. So he also admitted that during the time South Africa was struggling,
guys, barely 24 hours after the ministers on the House of Rep in Nigeria gathered together to talk about closing down the businesses of South Africans in Nigeria, and also Ghanaians also making a threat that they want to close down the businesses in Ghana. Now the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, came out to make a statement that South Africans are not xenophobic, that what people actually think of South Africa is not actually true. But I'm going to be playing a couple of videos here for you guys to watch, the videos of the president of Ghana and some other videos made by South Africans talking about foreigners in their country. Please don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe.
South Africans inherently are not against people from other nations. We are one people. We have always been one people. And of course, we've got to also pay heed to the security of those from other countries who are in South Africa, but also pay heed to the concerns that are being raised by South Africans.
Breaking news, the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has made it clear that South Africa is not against people from other nations, that they are one people and not xenophobic. Ramaphosa immediately responded after Nigeria members of the Senate made it clear that they are revoking MTN and DSTV and even other businesses of South Africa operating inside Nigeria. Nigeria had declared that the investment is not important than the lives of the people that were taken in South Africa. The South African president emphasized that we as Africans need to come together and find a solution of what has been happening inside South Africa. You won't believe even several presidents across the continent of Africa has literally denounced what has been happening in South Africa, making it clear that it's literally unacceptable, condemning it. Just for context, there are portion of South Africans who have been trying to send illegal immigrants out of their nation, insisting that these black immigrants have been enabling illegal drugs in their nation, taking parts of their job, businesses, and even their own wives in South Africa. But the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has actually declared that they have to find a solution of everything. Keep watching, we'll keep you updated. In fact, for the first time, the South African president has spoken about these attacks. Keep watching, we'll keep you updated.
So the South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has reacted barely 12 hours after the Nigerian Senate threatened to take actions against South Africans on xenophobic attack on Nigerians in South Africa. Barely 12 hours, the president himself has come out to issue a public statement. If not because the Nigerian Senate reacted, the president wouldn't have reacted to the atrocity being committed by its citizens. For me, I feel like this is hypocrisy. Anyway, watch this video first before we continue.
That we've experienced in South Africa, which I have spoken about, that South Africans inherently are not against people from other nations. We are one people. We've always been one people. And of course, we've got to also pay heed to the security of those from other countries who are in South Africa, but also pay heed to the concerns that are being raised by South Africans. President Chapwe and myself discussed this matter, and we agreed that we should work together.
For me, I feel like this is hypocrisy. Must he have to wait until other nations, other countries, take actions or threaten to take action before he reacts to the atrocity committed by his citizens and also in his country? Because if not because the Nigerian lawmakers threatened to take action, he would have kept quiet. This attack has been happening for weeks, if it's not even up to a month, for weeks now. And the president have not said anything or even reacted to this. Suddenly, because the countries are threatening to take actions, on the attack on their citizens, he has come out to say that we are one, Africans are one, and we welcome people. Anyway, what do you think? Nigerians in South Africa. Leave South Africa for those mad people. Leave South Africa for this mad.
Breaking news, Africa. Today, His Excellency Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president, had made it clear that South Africa is not against any other African country, that we are all one people. So he also admitted that during the time South Africa was struggling, those African countries came together and supported South Africa. So we should all come together. He's calling upon all the African countries to come together to solve this situation. And he also indicated that South Africans must be kind in welcoming other people. However, I hope South Africans will listen to what their president is saying. So please, let's listen to what the president said.
So as also to deal with troubling issues such as what we have experienced in South Africa, which I have spoken about, that South Africans inherently are not against people from other nations. We are one people. We have always been one people. And of course, we've got to also pay heed to the security of those from other countries who are in South Africa, but also pay heed to the concerns that are being raised by South Africans. President Chapwe and myself discussed this matter, and we agreed that we should work together. It's not only one country that is affected, and all countries that have foreign nationals in South Africa are also affected as South Africa is affected, so we must all work together, join hands to find solutions to this problem. And in the past, we have found solutions, and we say South Africans do not have a hatred to other people from other countries on our continent. They supported us during our struggle, and much as South Africans are going through tough economic challenges right now, we also need to be acting as people who are kind and welcoming to other people from other nations. But we also say to employers in South Africa that we've passed a law that people who do not have the necessary work permits in South Africa, yes, should not be employed. We should give way to South Africans. And at the same time, we encourage all people from other nations to make sure that they have proper documentation to be in South Africa, like South Africans need to have proper documentations to be in other countries. So we dealt with this matter, and President Chapwe and I agreed that we must continue cooperating, and we will be cooperating, working together to find solutions. So all in all, this has been a very positive and constructive visit by President Chapwe. We've had really good discussions that are going to open up many opportunities for people on both sides. Thank you. We want our people to live in clean cities. We want our people to live in cities that are clean, where there's no rubbish all over. Our people are neat people themselves, and therefore they deserve to live in a very well-run city from an administrative point of view, political point of view, and organizational point of view. So cleanliness, as they say, is next to godliness. And so therefore we want a city that functions, that is...
They sell drugs, they do all sorts of illegal stuff. Now, there is no self-respecting nation that allows that. We must ship them out. We must ship them out. And that today, if we go across the street in Hillbrow, there's a lot of people there, staying there, and who happen to be Africans in their majority. But they don't have papers. They've taken over buildings. Hillbrow, when you go there today, is not Hillbrow. That used to be. It's full of people without papers. They sell drugs. They do all sorts of illegal stuff. Now, there is no self-respecting nation that allows that. Those people are not there, some of them, because of running from political violence in their countries. They run away from hunger and underdevelopment and unemployment. They found shelter in our country to do illegal things. We must ship them out. We must ship them out. And that is what our people are calling on the part of the state. Because if you don't do that, you'll have to do operations. It's like if the state is not strong enough to intervene in terms of the rule of law, people take the law into their hands.
According to the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, he said South Africans are not xenophobic, that whatever people are saying about the country is actually not true. This statement came as a result of pressure from different countries. There's a video of Botswana have cut off electricity to South Africa. Tanzania has closed down their borders to South Africa. Zimbabwe also closed down their borders to South Africa. So I think all these things are as a pressure coming from different governments in Africa, and also Nigerians attempting to close down South Africa, companies. And we all know that these South African companies generate a lot of revenues for South Africa, and in their economy. So closing it down is going to affect the country drastically. So he came out to make a statement assuring everyone that nothing is going to happen, that they are actually not xenophobic. But some people are still expecting him to say more. They still expected more actions from him. But to me, I don't know what you guys think. Just comment below. What do you think he should have done better as the president of South Africa? Please comment below, like the video and share.